Power target trades, power trigger trade. All right, traders, this is a different type of video that I'm going to do here for AMD. And in this video, I will explain why this stock is not a good investment anymore. This is the reality, people. There are better investments, better stocks to get into. And instead of telling you a plan about how to make money in this, I'm not going to tell you, there's no short plan for this, because I could see this stock being a slow chop lower. Now, if this stock, I'm going to tell you some key levels, and then you make your own decision what you want to do, and I will show you what I do, and then you make a decision, okay, people? Well, people that are in this AMD stock. So I'm going to explain you why. First of all, this day over here, back in July, you'll see this bar, red bar. You see this green day, but really, reality, it traveled down. Now, if we look at this particular close, again, I look at a lot of statistical measurement, but this is just a clear, simple example that if you were to look at that close, AMD has never, and again, look at this, we flipped again right near that 14, 15 area, that close. You just take a look at that bar. I'm not going to tell you that number. You go check the number on your chart of this bar over here. Okay, see this bar here, back in July. Okay, this has been the disaster. I call this disaster bar, and the stock has not been. And I've made plans for the stock, and it never could confirm, or it never could materialize. Many plans, this thing failed. This is another reason why I'm telling people to evacuate this stock. I'm going to tell you some fundamental reasons too. Okay. Because there was a time I used to think the stock had a good chance, but technically, the stock is telling us something very negative here. And you can see here, even with this Ryzen chip is doing so well that it did so well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you why, between NVIDIA and Intel. Now look at this massive selling over here, these three bars. See this? And then look at even when it's trying to go back up, people. Now, I can tell you this from experience of stocks like BBRY for years and years and years. The stock was a deadbeat stock. And AMD might become just that. Just warning you, people. The only way this stock could become good is if this could break above $15 a share and hold above that with massive volume. And it's very unlikely. As you can see, it's disastrous. Now, if you look at the chips, people, I'm going to tell you some fundamental reasons, okay? First of all, Intel's coming up with better chips now. Right? This Intel Core, the 8th generation, they're going to have more cores, and they're going to dial it up where AMD will not be able to compete CPU-wise. Then NVIDIA is going to, of course, is still going to be better graphic chips. So AMD. And what's AMD? The great thing about AMD is it turned up the notch again, and of course now AMD is going to. Intel's going to turn up the heat. And the market's already realizing that AMD does not have a chance long term. This is the reality, people. But technically, fundamentally, I'm telling you one reason. It's just a fact. You know, even with this amazing Ryzen chip, right, that it had, it has no power. Look, guys, it couldn't get above 15. So I'm telling you some technical reasons. This one bar alone is telling you here. I'm telling you, people, if you cannot get above this bar, this stock is a goner. And I'm going to tell you another key level. If the stock closes below 10, that's the end for the stock. There's no chance this is going anywhere. It still has one chance. It's above 10 still. But they might pop it up. This is, again, I'm not recommending anything with the stock. I'm just saying that I think it's not a good long-term investment. And I'm giving you some statistical measurements. And this is the latest failure in this. I mean, come on. This chip, even with this great Ryzen chip, they're selling the stock like a junk. All right, so this is just some good advice. Let me show you my YouTube channel, people. All right, AMD investors, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post great detailed plans. Now, people, when you want to make money in options, you want to get into stocks that are in favor of making dollar bills, but we wait for confirmation. You see this here, people? Confirmation is key. Now, take it as it will. I suggest you subscribe to my YouTube channel, study my videos. I'm here to help you guys make money. And, you know, I made plans for AMD, and AMD has been nothing but a disaster. And, again, when I took a look at this new what's going on now, people are giving recommendations. I usually make positive plans for stocks. I decided that I just wanted to help out the AMD investor with the reality. Look at even with this rise in chip, the technicals don't match up with the fundamentals either. I mean, the fundamentals may be good with the chip, one thing, but if you're still AMD is going up against Intel and going up against Nvidia, and they're differently powerhouse companies. Okay, and even with that Ryzen chip doing as good as it was, it still couldn't break 15. We'd failed multiple times the 15 level with that, especially with the bar I showed you, people. When investing gets too complicated, what you want to do is one of the secrets is to go in stuff that's in your favor, and again, wait for confirmation. Confirmation is key. I, I tell you, people, check out my creative playlist. Check out my Netflix plan in this creative playlist. Do yourself a favor. Study my channel. See the truth, especially what's in this creative. These are powerful plans from start to end. You're going to find that you can make a lot more money investing in the right kind of stocks than trying to figure out what AMD is going to do. AMD is in big trouble. It may remain, and it could remain chopping in that 10 to 15, or worse, start trading below 10. And that's what you're up against with a massive selling over there. Unless there's massive volume going towards that 15 and getting close to about 15, AMD is finito, people, in my opinion. And it's too complicated. It's just too complex. You're going to struggle. You're going to suffer. So I'm giving you this message. Leave that investment alone and focus on other things as well. Come to my channel. Subscribe. I'm here to help. And I decided to make this message for AMD board. I don't know whether it's going to do any good, but I just wanted to tell you the facts, people. It's just that there's just no, it's not worth being in that. You're just going to be in heartache and headache. It made a great run, but it's over, AMD. It's just, if you think about the fundamentals, what I explained, AMD does not have a prayer to compete with Intel. Big picture, reality, people, especially when you start reading about the new 8th generation, and then they're gonna come up with some other powerful stuff. You're going up against a giant. You're just no chance. They're waking up again, Intel, thanks to AMD, but this time they're gonna put AMD to the finito, AMD, and then Nvidia. They you just don't have a chance against Nvidia. You know. They just have the most advanced stuff, people. That's why you see the stock. Look where these stocks are. Look at Intel. Do yourself a favor, people. Look at once you take a look at an Intel chart, okay, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. AMD is finito, people. AMD is finito. Anyways, I'm going to show you an easy way to subscribe to my YouTube channel, but I suggest you open up a YouTube account. Subscribe. You can get to talk to me on my live streams that I'll be doing on Wednesday. I want to help you guys, AMD, make money with options, because you can do that. Listen, you can get into stuff like Win or Costco and Netflix. In fact, you should check out but you gotta know what you're doing. But check out my creative playlist, especially the Netflix Super Plan. You'll find it in there, and I promise you, you're gonna be a happy person. You don't want to jump into anything to understand what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you the truth about AMD. I just wanted to explain it. Fundamental and technical reasons. You go over what I said in the video, but it's true. AMD just has too many problems, people, and in reality, they're just not going to be able to make a comeback against those two giants. It's just too much for them. Where the market's going to say, AMD is going to grow. AMD may just finish. It's going to be, could be kaput in a couple of years. Or they'll be making for the really low end, the lowest end chips possible. In the big picture of things, they'll be going after some low end market, but maybe they'll get some graphic chip, deals, but they're not going to grow enough where the stock's going to go to 20. Look at Intel, people. Look at the growth. Do yourself a favor. Look at Nvidia. Do yourself a favor, people. Look at Nvidia. Look at the charts of Intel and Nvidia. When AMD was doing good at one point, Intel charts weren't doing so good, but it's revived, people, and the market is telling you something. Don't be in. Listen, I'm giving you a warning. Don't be in pain. investing in a stock like in AMD. Focus on what's in your favor. That's my message to you. Thanks for listening. Let's see what I say.
Alright people, now that we just finished watching that great detailed video, don't forget to look at my banner. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my creative playlist. Make sure you study before taking action on power target trades. Every plan that I make has great detailed instructions. And I put my heart and soul in it because I want my subscribers and followers to make great money in the markets. But you have to study, people. Let me show you a way to subscribe. Let's see a picture of me around here in a circle format. Simply click on it and it's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. Don't forget, people, at the end of the video to like the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like